you doing,
What's
man?
up?
Where you at?
So, guys, I'm in New York right now.
I thought you were sleeping just now. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe the camera is off. Yeah, you were mesmerized.
Well, this New York Wi-Fi is not great, I don't think.
Oh, you're not kidding. Yeah, you got to pay for that. So did you pay the $9.99 fee or what?
No, it's free, so it's probably even worse.
Oh, good stuff, man. So you're in New York now, man. Are you? Let me ask you this: are you playing against the Yankees and Mets? Give us a little insight, because I play for both of them. Like, give us so the fans can understand who's got the better food after the game. What's the spreads like? How's it? So, talk to us about the food wise.
Well, this actually will be my second time playing the Mets. I've only in I guess Citi Field. Only other time I came was my rookie year, so that was 2016, and I don't remember a whole lot about locker room and food and everything. Yankee clubhouse, Yankee spread is tough to beat. So I'm interested to see what it's like with the Mets, but Yankees is a different thing.
So all right, the Yankees spread is way better. Everybody knows that. You tipping better at Yankee Stadium, or are you tipping better New York? And you can't give me the answer. Oh, we don't have to tip anymore because we don't get clubhouse dues.
At Yankee Stadium, just because we come here more, So and I got to know Dan and Miguel over in the kitchen, and Lou's does some stuff for me. So those guys get the better tip. But again, I don't remember a whole lot about the Mets. I don't really. So I'm interested to see what it's like over there.
Yeah, so when you go into the Mets, you got to get yourself a pistachio muffin. On the visiting side, they get pistachio muffins. You guys got a day game, I'm assuming, getaway day?
Sunday, yeah, we got 4 o'clock tomorrow, which is the worst start time in baseball. And
it's the worst.
1 o'clock.
That's the worst. What do you do on a 4 o'clock start time, though? Like, are you eating breakfast at the field? Are you getting a muffin? Do you get your event? Do you just hold a coffee? Oh, it's a Starbucks. Look at me.
Yeah, no, I'll probably go get it's terrible. It's early enough to where you get to the field early still, and it's too late to go and really have dinner afterwards. Even though my sister's birthday is this week, so I'm gonna go have dinner with her and stay up a little later tomorrow night. But just the worst time. I'm not sure who thinks it's a good idea. And the shadows were always bad. It used to be cloudy tomorrow, so that might help a little bit, but bad idea. 4 o'clocks.
I want to get into the baseball talk. So, from starting my career in the big leagues, I was a super utility guy. I want to ask you the question: how does it feel to going back and forth from second base to the outfield? Now, kind of going back there, has it played with your mind a little bit? Because I know for me, I struggle a little bit. And I remember Eric Davis, my mentor, always said, "Man," and he always told me in these meetings, you got to find one spot for the guy and let him prosper. And that kind of settled me down. So, how are you feeling about that situation now?
Well, I've been bouncing around really my whole life. So, from that aspect, I'm comfortable doing it. I do feel like when I get to play in a position on a regular basis, like I did in 2021, I can play a lot better. In 2021, I had a chance to win a Gold Glove, won the Fielding Bible Award a second, and I've been pushing to get to be able to play in one position my whole career, and they really didn't let me do it until that year. So was happy to get at least 1 year under my belt of doing that. But really the biggest thing for me with it was, since I wasn't really like a big prospect or a big money guy, I got sort of labeled a utility man because I could play multiple positions. And when you get that label, it's like a bench role is what people think of you as. And so breaking that mold was the hardest thing for me. Once I got past that, bouncing around is something that has always come relatively natural for me. So I don't mind it.
Yeah, you've been grinding. You've been grinding the whole time. But let's say you're talking to a younger kid that's in the minor leagues. Do you think that's really a path for somebody? How many guys come up as, hey, I'm a utility guy? You had to grind for 6 years in the minor leagues because you didn't have a position. You had that label. What do you talk to? What do you tell a minor league guy?
Yeah, it's sort of, I guess, the level. I don't want to say kind of player you are, but level of prospect you are. If you're if you're kind of a mid-range or lower tier prospect, that could be your foot in the door to get to the big leagues. Is that, hey, we know this guy can play multiple positions, so he can be valuable for our roster. Whereas, you're not like top prospect shortstop. So when they need a shortstop, you're not the guy they call. But when they need a bench role, you're the guy that gets the chance. If you can move around, you get up there, you open some eyes, you play well, and then you get a spot in the big league. So it's definitely got some good to it for sure. But like I said, there is kind of that bench role that comes with the utility label that sometimes can keep you a little bit handcuffed.
For sure, and you've had a great career about it. And the reason I asked that is because we had some some Reds fans. Some Kirk Herbstreit was on here yesterday. He's a huge Reds fan, and we really talked about Elly De La Cruz. Elly De La Cruz is this hyped up like Tatis / Eric Davis type of player. And they're talking about, oh, well, we got to move this guy, or should we move him, or should we not move him? Should we move Jonathan India? You've been every one of the, well, you haven't been an elite prospect, but you've been the guy that's needed to move. Does it affect your development, or is it all just a personal like how it affects you only, and you can't really answer for somebody else?
Well, it could definitely affect your development at that position. You're not getting constant reps and constant game reps in one position. You're not gonna play as well as you were if you were getting everyday reps. Doesn't mean you can't be good at it, but you're not probably going to be as good at it. Just like anything else, if you don't do it as much, you're not going to be as good at it. But I mean, the way the game is moving, versatility is becoming important, and I think teams are starting to value it more. So there's benefit to it. I think it can increase longevity in the game if you show that you can do multiple things and play multiple positions. So there are pros to it, but there are cons to it as well. Like we talked about, you're just not going to maximize your defensive ability if you're constantly bouncing around. But you are maximizing value in another way. So it's just all how you look at it.
Hey, Whit. So yesterday we had Kirk Herbstreit on this topic. So we were talking about Jonathan India and the Reds and all of that. He's a Red super fan. So we actually brought you up later on in the conversation. As I said, big SEC guy. I was like, he's playing in the SEC right now. It's called the AL East. And He was good on it. He was like, I agree. There's powerhouse clubs. They're separating. And I said, wait, though. It's not even just all the big money clubs. Like the Orioles are playing well. The Rays are playing well. So update us from a few weeks ago on how annoying it is to play in this division right now, even though it's fun and it's competitive and this is the real big leagues. For you guys, you've had some struggles against this division. No surprise, it's a gauntlet. So what are guys saying about it?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest complaint is when you're not playing well, you can't seem to avoid moving down in the you're not just going to hover if you're not playing well. So you can't really afford to go through long stretches of not playing well as a team. And we just had a stretch where we weren't playing great, and we just happened to play like 2 weeks straight of the AL East. So it was a bit frustrating for us, but it's still quite the season. We still have a good number of games ahead of us. With the new schedule, we don't play the AL East as much, so we don't really have a chance to, I guess, make up ground in division against those guys as much of a chance as we have in years past. So we got to take advantage of the other teams that we're playing. We just tough stretch. We just won back-to-back series against first-place teams, the Brewers and the Twins. So we feel pretty good about that. Got a big series against the Mets coming up, and looking to continue to play good baseball. And that's what we've been lacking for the last couple of weeks. But we feel like we've sort of picked it up a little bit the last couple of days.
Hey, up and coming here, we read about this Pro Athlete Golf Tour. I am really ecstatic about this because I always thought about, not me personally doing it, but having this kind of tour. I think it's great. November 23rd to December 2nd. you're hosting this.
No, 29th.
No, November 29th to December 2nd. You announce it. Go ahead.
Big news.
Talk to us about it. Go ahead. I'm just fired up, man. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Because he wants to play.
Yeah, hopefully the Wi-Fi will stay good so I can nothing will get jumbled here. But we've been really excited about this, working on it since October. Previewed it a little bit last time I was on here, but now we're at the point where we're about to start sending out invitations. It's going to be a full-on golf tournament for guys that love to play golf. It's going to be a 4-day event, a 3-day tournament. There's going to be a couple parties. There's going to be, as of right now, we got a purse for the winners that is upwards of $150,000. There's going to be 3 ways to win. There's going to be a gross winner, there's going to be a net winner, and then there's going to be a team aspect to it as well, so that after day 1, you'll get paired into teams. So that way you never really feel like you're out of contention if you have a bad day. It's going to be a Stableford format. We're looking at getting 48 guys. Invitations will start going out next week, the first round of invitations. I encourage you, if you get an invitation that shows up at your locker, for those players that are watching this, to RSVP to it. Whether you're coming or not, that way it'll give us a chance to send out the next round of invitations and know kind of what we need moving forward. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be at Ritz-Carlton in Orlando. It's very family friendly, so feel free to bring families. Your payment is going to take care of your room and what's covered for the tournament. Your entry fee for the tournament. There's going to be an awesome gifting suite. You're going to get some really cool stuff. There'll be prizes throughout the course of the tournament. It's just going to be a really fun event. If you enjoy golf, if you like playing golf competitively, which a lot of us don't really get to do. We get to play in charity tournaments, which is amazing, but those competitive juices aren't quite the same if you buy into a tournament and you're playing for a pot of money. So that's kind of what this is going to, I think, bring out some of those competitive juices baseball players have. So we're excited about it. And again, invitations will start coming out next week. And if you have any questions, there is a website, Instagram page, and always feel free to reach out to me as well if any players have questions on the event. But looking forward to it, looking forward to seeing everybody, and looking forward to playing some good golf.
That's awesome, and we'll post all the information on it too. So I agree, charity golf tournament, having some beers on the course, just hanging out, whatever, hit a shot, talk to some fans. This is going to be heated, which I think is good. You guys are all competitive. Everybody we bring on just about loves talking about golf. So why hasn't this existed? Did you look around and go, hey, why aren't there competitive tournaments like this for all the guys to get the competitive juices flowing, bring the guys together too in the off season at a good time, right? Before, like, you give the separation of after the season and calming down, and then it's before any kind of, New Year, spring training kind of situation. So how did it all come together?
Yeah, I mean, really just what you said. I mean, we're just talking about it at the bachelor party, actually, Brady's bachelor party with some people. And really with this, the matches that have gone on, started over COVID, with watching those and seeing how fun and engaging it seemed to be, we thought, well, we need to do something like this for baseball players. Thought it was a good idea. Wasn't sure logistically, how we can make it work, but crossed a lot of those barriers, and we think we have a really good situation. It's going to be a week before I think it's the RBC when Tiger plays with Charlie and John Daly and his son play. All the father sons get to play together, or family members, I should say. So it's right before the week before that at the same golf course. So we're thinking the golf course is going to be in great shape, and it's going to be. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be great weather, because I know the competitive juices are going to come out, and it's going to be a lot of fun for these guys that like to play golf.
I feel like you should expand it to some other events too. Like ping pong is going to be at the same time at the Ritz. I feel like, we could get some bocce ball or something, because nobody ever wants to do sprints or anything. People are going to get hurt.
Cool.
But you could do pool. Yeah. You could do swimming in a pool.
Swimming.
A full athletes. No, we got to see like a whole decathlon. It'd be great.
No way.
Yeah.
Krasy, if you come and have a swim off against somebody, I think people would pay to watch that. That would
see.
Something.
Am I wrong? Like
Amir Garrett, Michael Lorenzen, celebrity boxing match.
That's gonna be at the convention center. Like we gotta see fights like that. We gotta see stuff like that. Like I want to see the ping pong / swimming competition, and I'll wear a Speedo.
Well, that might turn people away. I don't know. But,
that might turn them away. Okay.
Yeah, that might turn them away a little bit.
But the only hang on. The only issue
I've seen
that
you
I
in a
have.
shower. I want to see you in a Speedo.
Okay, that's fair. I appreciate that. Appreciate the shower stories. The question I have, and this is real. Like me, Todd, and AJ, we don't have lockers anymore. You said the invitation is going to be on their locker. Do you know where my locker is? Because I built lockers in my garage. I just got to make sure you know where it is. The people who are sending out these invitations.
So senior tour, you're asking? Is there going to be a senior tour?
The first round of invitations are going to current players only. We got a number of those that are going out.
Stop.
Again, we're looking at 48 guys. We're not sending out 48 invitations in the first round, but they are going to current players only. Get a feedback from those guys as to who wants to come and who can't come. And then we've got former players on our list as well that'll go out round 2. But the former players, you guys won't get the cool like Masters style invitation. You guys are getting an email. So check your email.
Wait.
Not quite.
Hey, listen, you're keeping it real. That's why I love it. Hey, yeah. You're just going to get the email. Hey, I'd be happy with an email. I'm not like him. I'm not a press. Send me an email. I sign it the first minute. Don't worry about that.
I mean, wait. You think this deserves an email? Like I'm coming out on that course. I'm coming out wrong. I might come out with some Daisy Dukes on just to ruin your golf course. How about that?
Well, you're not making a good push as to get an email.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, that's fair.
Ask him the burning question though.
This is really the burning question. Okay, like because this is like I don't want to bury the lead here for you, but so the NCAA basketball what? NCAA basketball what? What's the word? How do you say it?
It's with a T.
Tournament. TER. Tournament. Tournament.
See, I told you.
Not
we
tournament.
get it wrong.
Not
It is
tournament.
okay. Okay.
It is. Oh man.
Tournament.
It's a golf what?
Tournament.
PGA.
No.
PGA.
The PGA what?
PGA Tour.
The
Yeah.
PGA Tour. Okay, so how do you spell tour?
TOUR. Tour.
How do you spell the first 4 letters of tournament?
Yeah.
Tournament. Yeah. Look, man. I didn't come up with the Southern lingo. All right. I was just raised in it, and it's just how it comes out.
It's just your burden in life. I get it.
Wait, let me ask you this: have you gotten any responses yet? Like, do you know of people that are going to come to this tournament?
Yeah. So I mean, gotten nothing like no official RSVPs with payments and everything, but there are a lot of guys that have, especially after I was on here last time, that reached out to me that are excited about playing in it or potentially playing in it because some of them are former players. But there's I got a good back and forth going with Jordan Romano with the Blue Jays because he really wants to play, but frankly, he's not good enough. I don't think
He sucks. That's fine.
to compete, and so I keep telling him, he's not on the first round of invitations, and he's not very happy about that.
Dude, he's keeping it real. That's all.
Yes.
That's all we can ask. Now, you said you have to buy in to get in here. Like, do you have? What's the price range? Is it like crazy price, or is it like something like Eric and I can afford?
Maybe you.
So it's $6,500, and that covers your entry fee to the tournament and covers 4 nights at the Ritz.
That's all. That's great.
So it seems for leaguers relatively fair, and that also covers. I don't want to get this wrong here, but I think breakfast and lunch, and 2 parties, and like I said, we're gonna have a great gifting suite. So.
Yep, you got a welcome party and the Saturday award ceremony.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I can't discourage that enough. It's going to be a really good time.
All right, and I'm gonna say some names, and you can just say yes or no if that's all right, because I'm really intrigued if that's
All right.
okay with you. All right,
Yeah.
Mike Trout, did he get an invitation?
He'll get an invitation, yes.
Okay.
Oh, you're such
All
a
right,
front
so
runner.
I'm just
You're
going.
such a
Hey, listen,
front
I'm
runner.
going. Listen,
Hey,
outta
you
here.
saw he's building a course, right? I'm making my push to get a membership there.
You're the smartest man.
you're
You're one of the smartest guys I know.
The best
Wait,
way to
hey,
get an
you've
invite.
changed, Whit.
Now I'm going with all good golfers here, because from when I played, I remember Aaron Hicks. Is he going to give an invitation?
He's going to get an invitation. Yeah.
And then my last one would be Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil will be getting the invite. Ian Happ,
Ian Happ.
getting the invite.
Yeah, you get there's some really good golf. I'd be intrigued. I'd want to watch this on TV.
Absolutely. You guys gonna have it on TV or anything?
So we're working on it. Yeah, we feel pretty good about it. It's not official yet, but we are working on getting it televised.
Very nice.
So,
Do you need a media network to shoot it? I'm just saying.
We got a couple broadcasters here.
I'll get my people in touch with your people, and we
Yes.
can make it work.
Whit, you're back. You're back. Whit. You're
Krasinski's
back.
dying to be like the Charles Barkley of
He's an ex-player.
analysts on this.
Oh, he did say he's going to ask
tournament.
former.
What?
He said after the first invites go out, they'll go to former players.
No, I know, but I'm saying like AJ. I mean, he maybe wants to play. I think he wants to broadcast.
Yeah.
He wants to be like.
But he definitely wants to play too. But he would like to broadcast. It's right
Yeah.
downtown for him. It's right next to him.
It's in his backyard.
Right at your
He's going to be
house.
name dropping his ass.
Oh, it's gonna be. Oh, if you get AJ in this thing,
Don't do it.
yeah, it'll be like that annoying. It'll be like that annoying guy that's got 6 years in the big leagues and he's back in AAA and he's gonna be like, oh yeah, right over there. That's where Joe West lives. It's like, come on, AJ, we don't care.
Well, he's the mayor. Do you invite the mayor of Orlando to a tournament in Orlando? That's the question.
You have to.
Yeah.
Don't invite him to play though. Invite him to just hit the first ball off the tee and that's it. Just like an
Like first
honorary, like a first pitch.
Like the Jack Nicklaus. All right,
Like-
yeah,
like
he's
the
old
Jack
enough for that.
Nicklaus. And tell him he's not good enough.
He's old enough for that.
All right, back to baseball for a sec. How's the Yankees-Blue Jays rivalry? Because we didn't talk to you since that series. Most of the world absolutely
I got
loves
on first base,
everything.
and me and Rizzo were talking, and we're like, we're have all the players come on the field and let the coaches just go at it. That's where the rivalry was at the last week. The coaches just wanted to get after it, and we were like, all right, go after it.
A bunch of coaches that just spend like 90 minutes on the elliptical and they're like they think they're all jacked and so they got all this testosterone and they're just yelling at each other on the field.
That's it. That's what it was.
That's
But,
true.
no, it's good. I mean, it's good. It's good for the games, good for the cities. Two good teams competing, and you have that, it's bound to come out.
You got it. You got Luis Rojas at third base, bro. He was one of my managers back in the day. You better tell, who was it, Walker in there?
Yeah, Pete was hollering at him.
I don't know. Pete might have to slow down a little bit because Luis is a strong dude.
Luis would take him good.
That was funny.
Yeah. I would like to see that. That'd be good. Maybe that's what we can do with the golf tournament. We have coaches get after it.
There you
Yes.
go. Nice.
Celebrity boxing and/or wrestling. We set up like 3 brawls. 1 player, 1 coach, 1 GM.
What?
And we haven't seen it. We have Dusty Baker and LaRussa up there as one of them.
Dusty and
back in
LaRussa,
the day.
Kapler versus Nevin, which has been talked about all
Yeah.
year, and Lorenzen against Jared. But anyway,
And Whit versus Altuve.
no, it's
No?
not.
No.
No.
It's gonna have
No.
80.
Hey,
posters there.
listen. He's not my weight class. I'm a sneaky 6 foot. All right, I'm 6 foot, 190 pounds, 195.
I was going by height too.
Whit,
I'm a sneaky 6 foot now.
Oh, shoot.
you are sneaky tall. You are sneaky
Thank you,
tall.
Greg. You play
It's
with
because
me. People don't believe it, but I'm sneaky. We'll get a measuring tape. I'm a sneaky
if you
6
look
foot.
if you look at those custom big league pants in the back, they got the numbers. Whit's got a high butt, so he's got a
There you
long
go.
he's got long legs. Whit's
Good.
like he's a poor man's Jose Reyes.
All right.
This
La
went
Malasa.
exactly as I thought it would for a Friday from where we are. Hey, Whit, great catching up with you, dude. Excited for the tournament. We'll blast it out, and we'll talk to you in a few weeks.
All right, fellas, be good.